Okay. All right, everyone. How are we? So excited to be popping back on here from convention. We are wound up and super excited about all of the things that we learned, all of the education, all of the tears that were shed. Um, it was way more than any of us were banking on. I'm trying to mute everybody. Um, but 14 deals. I got it. Okay, we're good. We should be good now. Way more tears than we were banking on. But it was so, so good. This was my seventh or eighth convention, and this was for so many different reasons, one of my favorites. Um, so I've got a ton of speakers, thank God, that are going to come on tonight and they're going to share with you either announcements, they're going to share with you new programs, they're going to share with you why you need to be at the next convention or in-person event. They're going to share their testimonies, and there's nothing better than hearing it firsthand from them. So I'm going to stop there because I do have to talk again. But we are going to turn it over to Emerald Ambassador Joey. She is going to be talking to us about the importance of events.
Hey, hey. I think it's so funny because I sounded like Kate yesterday, and I'm just going to blame it on that we spent so much time together. How's your shoulder, by the way? Anyway, so we're talking about in-person events and showing up at convention. This was my first convention. Um, Insane. And I cannot wait to share a whole lot more. But why show up for an in-person event, right? Even myself, I didn't get to go last year because like real life stuff. I mean, actually, it was like I had a death in the family. I could not go. Beyond that, there will be no excuse why I can't go in the future because I will not miss something like this ever in my life. And then any opportunity for corporate or any to be in the space of your team, your family here, like jump on it because events change everything. I've heard from more than one person, literally just on this call right here, that they came back a different person. So just being in the room, there's something different about that. The energy that's there, the connections, the stories, the people that you meet, people that are dreaming, people that are doing bigger. And that's what you need to be surrounded with is, the realization that you're not stuck here and it's possible because there's literally people in your space that are doing it. And they're not keeping secrets. They're sharing with you what they're doing. They're giving you all of the tips, all of the tricks, and what's working. So if you've ever felt stuck, unsure, or wondered, if it's really for you, get there. If you're all in, get there. You'll hear somebody share exactly what you need to hear. You'll hear multiple people to say things and speakers, and whatever you are available to accept is going to speak to you. And I think that was the big ticket for me was, I was hearing the same version as the person sitting next to me, but we were taking something totally different away from that because we were willing to receive that message. And that was huge for me. You're going to see proof of what's possible. You're going to walk away believing in this, in the mission, and maybe, and most importantly, yourself. So that's really what spoke to me. It's been a turning point. You get your biggest aha moments. I have so many. We'll have like a whole nother call. And growth doesn't happen when you stay within your comfort zone because this was totally out of the element for me to be in such a big, massive space and to have my team there. And I will tell you that if you have any desire to go and you're looking at going right now for next year, you at least need a plus one because the power of having my own personal team there and being able to spend the time with them and see them be moved by different speakers and, see them stand for recognition and, attend parties that they absolutely earned and deserved. And just to be able to experience that with them is a whole different level. I was there for something huge for myself, but the very best part for me was getting to spend that with my team and, see the things that they earned and that they deserved and that they stepped out and they got there. So if you even just take a plus one, I mean, we have a lot of days until next year, right? So you can take your own team. And I'm telling you, along the way to building that team and getting there to spend that time with them is where the true magic happens. There is no way that I won't show up for these girls. So seriously, like if sometimes you feel like you just can't plug away and do it for yourself, then you build a team and you do it for them and with them. And I'm just so proud of all my girls that went to. So thank you for letting me experience my first convention with you.
I think that means it's my turn.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's up, guys? Sorry, I was trying to drop in Diamond Hope Dealers that we were on, but I'm gonna do that right now. Hold on. Okay, maybe not. It's not letting me do it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
So, guys, just like Joey said, convention was all things amazing. If you have the opportunity to go next year, make sure that it is on your list of things that you have to do. So, tonight I want to share with you guys about our new skin health system. When I tell you that I was like, oh, not another skincare system. And then I tried it and I was like, shut the front door. I was like so excited about it. I'm a skincare girly, and I will spend all of the dollars at Sephora. Like, I mean, we're talking hundreds of dollars, which is probably bad that I shouldn't say that out loud because my husband's in the other room. But like, I will drop all the cash when we go to Sephora. When they launched this, I was like, but can I tell y'all, the packaging, so freaking cute. Let me show you guys. So this is Fresh Face. This is the face wash. When I tell you you wash your face with this, guys, and it doesn't leave that nasty, like you're dried out feeling, fantastic. Then you got the Sun Shield, which is the hydrating mineral. I'm gonna have to turn this blur off because this blur is messing up my pictures. Let's turn it off. Let's turn it off. So Sun Shield, it's the Mineral 30 SPF. You rub it in your fingers first and then apply it to your face. There is no white cast. Guys, and my skin is kind of dark. And no white cast. That's like the first thing that I get worried about. I'm like, is it gonna make me look ashy? Am I gonna look like I just came out of some baby powder? Like people with dark skin, this is what we worry about, okay, guys? Like this is true story. So if y'all have friends with some melanin, you can tell them that they will not look ashy or like Casper if we try the Sun Shield with the SPF 30. All things amazing. Then we have the Glow Getter Youth Renewal Serum. Love this. The consistency of it, guys, you need 3 pumps. And the consistency is like, I don't even know. The smell of it. Like normally you think like plant-based, like all natural stuff is like gonna smell terrible. And I would use this like day in and day out, like no problem. So the Glow Getter serum is fantastic. Then you got the Bright Eyes with the cooling ceramic freaking tip. Can we talk about this thing? Like it feels so good. I wonder if we could put it in the fridge. That's probably a plus, right? Then we have the After Hours. This is the restorative night cream. And it has like the cool, like I'm telling you, I did all the skincare. Drunk Elephant has one of my favorite creams. And it's one of these tops. And I'm afraid I'm about to squirt it everywhere. See? And it comes out the top easy, so you're not sticking your fingernails and everything's getting stuck under your nails. Easy application, so you don't have to worry about that. Then there is the new reformed collagen complex, guys. When I tell you that they have reformulated this, and I liked the old one, but this one is like 10 times better. It doesn't have that like silky consistency, and it had a taste. I know it says it didn't have a taste, but it had a taste. This one does not have a taste. So this one I'm super excited for. So what do you need to know about this skincare system? This is what you need to know. You got the Core 4. Core 4, Fresh Face, Sun Shield, your restorative cream, and your serum. These 4 bad boys come in one kit. When you order this kit, it's 110 PV, $139 if you are a VIP, right? If you're not a VIP, it's more than that, obviously. But you get free shipping and you get this really cool makeup removing wipe or cloth that is washable. So you can like throw this in your wash and freaking reuse it multiple times. If you want the larger package with the Bright Eyes and the collagen, it's 166 PV and $209. This is the other big takeaway that you need to know about this skincare. I'm gonna read my note because if I don't read my note, I'm gonna forget it. First of all, it's certified, one of the only, I think it is the only line that is certified kind to your biome. The only line, and I'll drop in our team chat well, there's so many of us in here. I don't know which one I'm dropping in, but maybe destination. I'll drop it in there. There's Kind to Biome certified. We're the only line that can make that claim, right? Clinically shown to hydrate and plump your skin in just 14 days. We're dermatologist tested, hyperallergenic, non-comedogenic, certified microbiome friendly, and suitable for all skin types. I'm telling y'all, it was amazing. It delivers a comprehensive, multi-pronged approach to directly address your core biological factors to accelerate your visible signs of aging and deliver irresistible results. Guys, we're talking about taking care of our microbiome and getting healthy from the inside out. How amazing is it that we can now take care of our skin from the outside in? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm just planning on looking like J-Lo in a few weeks. So send me all of the skin health, okay? That's it. I'm passing it on.
Right. So we're going to have Chanel share her testimony with us. This was her first convention. It was so great to spend time with her. So I'm excited for you to hear her quick little testimony of her experience.
Hey everybody, you might not recognize me from these chats or meetings because I'm super new to Norwex, but after getting consistent with my products for 4 weeks, I decided to dip my toe in the water and take advantage of Joey's free ticket. And I cannot explain how much fun I had, how blown away I was. I've been to other conferences for a direct sales company that I'm still sort of with, but trying to break up with. And I was just flabbergasted at the way they roll out the red carpet and just really, really pour into the ambassadors. Like the the higher ups, the co-founders, we ran into them in a room and they were so happy to share time and talk with you. And that just I'm getting goosebumps. Like I literally said the entire time I was there that like I had goosebumps. It was like an electric feeling. It was just wild. So I stayed in an Airbnb with 9 other girls that I had never met before in my life. And they were all from different walks of life all over the country and just open arms from the minute I walked in the door. Like the community is insane. So I can't say enough about the experience, the training from the general sessions to the breakout sessions. They were all super duper valuable. For me, something that was really, really helpful in the other direct sales business that I've been in, I didn't do hardly any posting on my personal wall. So it was mostly in-person events and online parties, and I posted in my VIP group, but I rarely shared about it on my personal wall. So for this, I'm kind of like, oh, like I don't even know. So on the last day, I think it was a diamond, Amber Miller spoke about social media, and she was like, she talked about how to create your personal brand. And that was a very overwhelming topic to me. I'm like, what does that even mean? And she was like, well, your Facebook page shouldn't look like a family, photo album. Well, guilty. Mine looks like a family photo album. But she gave a super duper simple formula, like how to figure out what your brand is. So what she said was like, your brand is supposed to be, here's who I am, here's what I care about, why I do what I do, and if you relate to me, let's chat about it. So her formula for figuring out what your brand is was like, I am a blank, so that's your identity. So like for me it would be teacher mama, like I'm a teacher mama who can often be found. And then your lifestyle, so what do you do? Like I am at the baseball field, I'm volunteering, insert your lifestyle habits, your activities. And then you want to say, I show up with blank. So like, are you funny? Are you sarcastic? Are you sassy? Are you educational? Like, what is your tone? And then to help what is your target audience? To help other moms live a full life and not feel burnout, like blah, blah, blah. So that was just super helpful for me because I'm like, I don't know how to post on my wall. Am I, being too much? Like I've heard about a niche and I'm like, I don't know if I have one of those. So her explanation of like developing a personal brand was so incredibly helpful for me. And then, there were other, aspects that she talked about, 5 different ways to post on social media, your stories, or 5 different content styles, rather, tell a story. And I'm sure we'll share about that at another point. But I was just completely blown away by the environment, the people, the company, the products, like the new packaging, just all of it. And yeah, now I know how to like figure out my personal brand. So I am working on that.
I love it. I love that so much. Thank you so much. I know you were with family.
Yeah, no. Thanks for letting me go first.
Yes, I appreciate you hopping
I
on.
have the slides, Sue. I know you said, does anybody have it recorded? I did like take photos of the slides. I don't know if the company uploaded them anywhere, but yeah, we can. Oh, good. There are slides. So yeah, good.
Thank you. All right, now we're going to kick it over to Raquel. She's going to tell us about the awesome Icon Club that was launched.
What is up, squad? I am so excited. I am fired up. This week was epic. It was iconic, but I need you guys to grab your pens, grab your notebook, because you're going to want to take quick notes, and I'm going to go fast. Yes, Casey's ready. So, Icon literally just launched. It is running, the promotion going on right now is running from June 1st until December 31st. What is the Plexus Icon Club? You have to enroll a minimum of 10 new level 1 VIP customers during the incentive period with an initial order of 100 PV and develop 2 new level 1 senior silvers brand ambassadors. Now, you're like, okay, Raquel, what is the Plexus Icon Club? What is all the incentives? What's going on with it? We're going to get, and the reason I say we're going to get, because we're all going to earn it, free shipping on orders of 150 USD or more. Founders gift, 2 tickets for Super Saturday and convention in 2026, reserved seating at convention 2026, invitation to the Icon party at convention 2026, exclusive founding Icon event recognition and event lanyard, Icon club status for 2025 and 2026. Here's the thing, friends. This is exclusive. We can't just work our way. We need to earn this. And we are going to be founders. That means all 31 of us are going to be founders of the Icon Club. We're going to get all of the perks, all of the things for all of 2026. So here's my advice to everyone. We're going to jump on that sucker right now. We're going to run hard. We're going to earn all the things. And here's a little insider. Earn Icon Club by the end of August, and you'll get an extra 800 points for Cancun. That starts in September, and that's for Leaders Retreat. So if I were you, yes, she's all in. Let's go, friends, because Icon parties and being an icon and being a founder is where it's at. Back to you, Kate.
Thank you. Thank you. Guys, I'm telling you, we've got so much stuff. Earlier, Joey sent me a message and was like, I think we're going to need to have like 2.0 call. I don't know that we're going to get this all in, but we're doing our best. So the important thing is getting it out to you and we can answer questions later. All right. So is Tara on? Yes, I see Tara. Tara, would you mind sharing your testimony of your first time at convention and what stuck out to you?
I'm going to give her a second to see if she can get on. She said she might not be able to speak. So if she can't, she typed it up and sent it to me.
Okay. All right. So we will go to Cassie. Cassie, could you please bless us with your testimony?
Hello, everybody. My biggest takeaway, that it's not just about the products or the business, but it's being with all of you and just being like part of this amazing community and how much Plexus spoils us and the parties that they throw and just making us feel so welcomed. And um, I mean, the speakers were phenomenal. I mean, I was bawling the whole convention, really. I mean, my eyes are still puffy, I think. Um, it was so amazing. Like just being inspired again, just, lighting that fire underneath you, dreaming bigger, knowing that you can really get to where you want to be. They just nail it in the park of how well they just really inspire all of us and just being one big happy family. I had so much fun with all of you and it was amazing. So thanks.
I love it. Guys, and like if you talk to anybody that has ever gone, you'll hear us say, like, we can tell you till we're blue in the face how awesome it is. But until you're there and you experience the bonds that are formed and the relationships that are formed and the laughs and the experiences and the inside jokes and like until you just trust us blindly and do it, we could never explain it to you and give it justice. So for sure. All right, Lisa Locuson, could you take your stage? Unmute yourself first. It will work way better.
So this was my fourth convention, and my first one was in Columbus. So I'm excited to go back next year. So this was my very first year of having one of my team members go with me. So I was very thrilled about that. She had a very good time. I'm telling you, when I first started going to conventions, Jean Schroeder and I hooked up together. We have been to every convention together. We normally travel together. And so the side sisters that you meet and the friends that you make are going to last because it is amazing. So anyway, what I pulled out of convention, I think the most that I thought would be useful to hear was the all Americans. This is all America. 40% have digestive issues. So this is really showing you how big our market is. 45 million diet each year. 33 billion are on weight loss products every year. And they went into reset after that. This was at our gold at the that we were talking about this. And then they talked about reset and how that, helps with getting started, for all these issues. And what stuck out to me about the reset was that the weight loss comes from fat, not water. So a lot of people think when you lose weight fast that you're losing inflammation, you're losing water, and that's not true with our reset. So that's something you really want to share with other people so that they can understand that. And then I picked out a couple sayings that I just thought were very that we should all think about them. One of them is hard doesn't mean failing, it means you're growing. So when things start getting hard, that doesn't mean that we're going backwards and we're not going to be able to do this and it's not for us. It just means that we're learning the things not to do to grow and learn, more skills and better skills and everything. So, and then I think my last takeaway was what I forget who said it, but they said, stop listening to yourself and start telling yourself. So when you say, oh, my laundry is piled up and I need to get that done first, whatever. But then tell yourself that you need to get your work things done first. I'm very guilty of that. And I feel that, and I'm not saying your house has to go to crap, but make sure that you get your time in that to spend reaching out to your friends and your family and the people that are interested. Because after 4 years of doing this, I am now getting a lot of people that I have been talking to from 4 years ago are either coming back or they're finally like ready. So don't give up on people. Don't put them on the back burner and say, I'm never going to ask them again. And, you don't want to do that. When you get rejections of any kind, just turn it around and make it a positive. I like all the stuff you've been putting in the chat, how to turn around a negative and make it a positive, because that is definitely something that you will continue to move forward if you look at things differently. So that's all.
Thank you. All right, Miss Carla. There she is.
Okay, there we go. Hey, can you hear me? Yay! Oh my gosh, this is my first convention. Holy crap. Holy crap is what I gotta say. I want to say something else, but I'll just say that. I went blindly. Like I trusted Raquel when she's like, you need to go. And I'm like, how do I not go? It's in Dallas. Like it's 40 minutes from me. How do I not go? So it was a sign. However, very different than other conventions that I have been to. So looking forward to Columbus next year. But one of the main things that I heard and kept hearing on repeat was events. Do events, do events, do events, do events, in-person events. People are having Zoom fatigue and they want to get back together in person and they need a reason. And so we can provide that. And so think of like coffee and community or, sip and see or sips and slices, pizza and plexus, all the things. And so that was my main takeaway. The other thing too is like, I'm still newer to Plexus. I don't know all these products. I can't rattle them off like other people can. And so, but do it anyway. The whole point is that people need to see that what you're doing is duplicatable, that you don't have to know everything. You don't have to know all the products. You are more, it's more genuine when you sit there and say, that's a great question. Let me ask and find out, or let me look and see what products I can offer. So do it anyway. Do it scared, but do it. You want to invite everyone. So that was my biggest thing was the community. I didn't believe it until like I actually went there and it's like, oh, holy cow. Community with Plexus is like no other. It is like no freaking other. And we need to be doing events. We need to be doing in-person events. So that was my main takeaways amongst other things, but I'll just keep it with that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love the whole Zoom fatigue thing. People are really tired of Zoom. All right. We have another testimony. My girl, Mackenzie. And before she starts, I just want to say this, guys. I am super proud of her and her husband. I have been the mom with a baby. Okay. I took my 5-month-old last year and Millie had been to plenty. And they have a 1-year-old, and I know how hard that is. It's hard to focus. It's hard to not lose your patience. It's hard to feel a part of things. So I just want to commend her and Jake for showing up, staying in an Airbnb, and setting goals before they even left. So I just want to say, so proud of you, Kens. Can you just tell us a couple things that really stuck out to you?
Thank you. Sorry, I'm looking rough still. We just got home yesterday from the 2-week trip that ended with convention. I was scared. I was definitely scared to go. Like she said, you have a 1-year-old. You don't know what you're getting some days. It was definitely hard to focus sometimes. And she gave me a run for my money, that's for sure. But at the same time, I wasn't the only one with a baby there. And that, I think, after the first day made me a little bit more comfortable because I didn't have the only child that was screaming in the background or in the back of the auditorium and whatnot. Yeah. Yes. You have a lot to say too? Okay. It was an awesome experience. Definitely lit a fire under my butt to get moving again and get some goals done. I'll definitely be back next year. Bailey says she's gonna come too. I don't know what to say. It definitely wasn't what I was expecting, and I'm glad we did go. I'm glad we did the hard thing and brought her with us. But yeah, that's all I got, I think.
I love it. Y'all, Jake already has 2 Airbnbs that he has sent me links. Before we even left, he was like, here, Kate, I got these links. You just let me know what we need to do. I'm like, I love you, Jake. All right. I'm now going to kick it over to Rachel Stone. She's going to talk to us about Ed Milet, which was one of our keynote speakers.
Okay, so I'm going to try to talk about this. I'm going to try to do it quickly and without tears. So wish me luck because this one was a tough one for me. First off, I'm going to say I have never listened to him before, so I had no idea. I was like, who is this guy? No concept. I've now bought his book. I'm going to sign up for the podcast. This guy speaks truth from start to finish, and it's hard truths that we all need to kind of hear. So he started off with the metaphor about the eagle. If you don't know this metaphor, you should look it up. And I'm not going to go real in depth about it because this one kind of really got me, but it's all about making a decision. You're either going to get to the end and you're going to find really hard roadblocks and you're going to give up, you're going to lay down and you're going to die, or you're going to pick your feathers, break your beak, and remake yourself. So it's all about making that decision, that choice, and that just really hit me hard for obvious reasons to some of you. But we're going to go forward because the biggest thing that I got out of this was his belief of when we die and go to heaven. It really impacted me because he believes when you go to heaven, you're going to stand in front of yourself. The very most perfect, like you did everything that was put before you correctly in life. This is what you're going to stand in front of, and you're going to be able to see what your potential really was. And you're going to have that comparison, and you're going to stand in front of yourself and look at what God gave you. And then you're going to have to look back and self-reflect at what you didn't do to reach that potential. That really hit me, right? Because every day we have these decisions to make and where our potential is and how to grow and go and move forward and become what we're supposed to be in life, right? So then he takes it a step further and says to imagine behind that is a line of people, and it's every person that you've impacted in your life, every single person that you've connected with, that you've done one good thing for, that you have impacted. And this really hit me because I go back to one special moment in my life when my husband, at his funeral, I was approached, and it's literally the only moment in the entire day that I can remember. If anybody has gone through grief, they know like it's hard sometimes to remember those moments. But this kid walked up to me and thanked me for my husband because he said, without my husband, he wouldn't have a business and he wouldn't have been able to support his 5 children because my husband encouraged him to step out on his own. And when Ed Milet got up on stage and talked about this and these impacts that you make in people, it just really hit. Like we have this thing in our hands. And watching everybody at convention come together and hug each other and lift each other up and cheer each other on. It just really impacted me that this is the truth, right? We have this thing that we have in our hand that we can share with everybody. We all know that we need it for our health because I could sit here and talk for an hour about, my health. But beyond that, the community, the support, the income, every aspect of it is so impactful to the people around us. And I think that was like my big aha moment, this entire thing. So, and I just want to say I did that without crying. There you go, Danielle. All right, I'll pass it back, Kate.
If you guys seriously look him up, everybody was shocked by how good both speakers are. I'll talk about John a little later, but look them up, listen. If Brittany Howard said that if you didn't leave Ed Milet's talk on fire, then your wood is wet. And it was literally the truth because there's no help for you if he did not change your life, basically. It was amazing. Ugly cried the entire time. Yes, we did. All right, Sharon Bowen, she is going to grace us with details on Leaders Retreat and the Senior Gold. I keep saying takes flight, but that's not what it's called.
Real quick, Sharon, can you tell us your favorite part of being at convention?
My big head being everywhere. I love that. Listen, okay. Okay, I did not go to convention, and let me tell you, Caitlin did ask me if I was okay, and I'm going to be 100 transparent with you guys. No, I was not okay. I was very like I had FOMO. I was mad, but I mean, there's things that come in ways, some things that we can't change. But I will say this, like after seeing everybody being there, I have registered for Columbus, Ohio, and I will say this: I've been doing this for 7 years. I never registered on the early bird special because I'm like, am I gonna be like, I don't want to put money if I'm not able to go yet. I'm the planner. Like, let me plan a couple months ahead of time, not a whole year. But I did do that. So if you have that feeling of wanting to go, if you're gonna have that FOMO, you need to be there. So I'm gonna be talking about the senior gold fly-in. So real quick before I get into that, there is someone on this call right now that has earned it already. And I don't know if she knows this already, but Sue Bensinger already earned the senior gold fly-in. So she gets to go. So if you guys can unmute and just like celebrate her real quick. Everybody like, woo, God.
Yes,
Everybody.
we go,
Woo!
Great job.
Proud of you. So proud of you. So what that is, so it's a 1-day training. Plexus will give you a $750 stipend travel cost to either you can put towards to stay over a hotel or the air fee to go there. So what that looks like when you hit senior gold, you get this invitation. You have up to 2 months to accept it. It starts all the way back so if you hit back in April, it's every single month until the end of this year. So there is different dates that are coming up. The first one is in August. And then if you guys look in your back office, it's August 8th, September 26th, October 17th, and then November 21st. And then December's to be decided still. So if you guys have any questions about that, definitely look in your back office. But seriously, like any type of training that Plexus hands out to you guys and is giving you money to go, like y'all need to go. Like you need to go, you need to make it happen. And you're going to learn so much, just like with you guys. If you guys think convention's awesome, like imagine being in a room with a bunch of other senior golds wanting to learn, wanting to lock arms, wanting to have that, like that energy in that room, you need to be a part of, right? So that's one thing I want to talk about. Number 2, Leaders Retreat. I'm going to tell you a little story about Leaders Retreat. I've earned, I want to say at least 5. 2 of them I couldn't go to because of COVID. And then I had major knee surgery. The last one, I told my daughter, Devin, I was like, listen, and I'm going to get emotional. Listen, I'll be the one that cries on this damn call. Okay. And I wasn't even at convention, but I will say this. If you have an earning to go to Leaders Retreat and you want to be a part of that, it's a huge party. Yes, you get training, but like literally when we went last year, it was 1 day of training and it was like a big celebratory type of thing. It was a vacation for people to go and it was so much fun. And one thing I said to my family was like, if I earn Leaders Retreat, I'm going to take my daughter with me. Like I want to be able to do that. And if I didn't have Plexus, I would never be able to take her anywhere like to that. Like we were able to go to the Bahamas. We were on a cruise for 4 days. I was able to get up and go and say, okay, we're going to go to Atlantis and we're going to go to this water park and I'm going to be able to pay for this. I don't need to ask daddy for anything. Like I'm going to do this on my own. So I will say this, like these opportunities are so huge, not only for you to get the training, but to build that confidence in yourself as like, you can do this. And I want to say this too. There's so many people on this call, all different ages, all different backgrounds, all different personalities, all different, like some people have babies, some people have kids that are grown up, some people have grandkids. You are all able to do this. It does not matter how old you are or how young you are. It does not matter as long as you have the heart to help people. And if you're coachable and you're able to show up and you listen to what we have to say, because me, Caitlin, Joey, Danielle, Cass, like we've all been doing this, and Raquel, like we've all been doing this for a very long time. We've made those mistakes. So let us help you not make those mistakes anymore. And everything we do is duplicatable. So I will say this, like, be open, tell your family. These are the dates. So February 23rd to the 26th, we are able to earn a free, all paid inclusive trip to Cancun, Mexico. Tell your family that you want to earn it. Tell, like, if it's one of your kids you want to take with you, tell them. And then listen, let me tell you, your kids are going to be the most person that they're going to keep you accountable every single day. Devin would literally ask me when I open up my laptop, what's your points? where are you at? Did you make it yet? Did you do it? Are we going? Like, and that was like my heart. I was like, okay, if I don't make this, how am I going to tell her no? Right. So having that accountability, even if it's, say, if it's not your family, say if you want to bring a friend along, you tell them, or if it's a sideline sister, like this, you need to hold me accountable every step of the way. So you need to get there. This builds belief. And I will say this, one of the main reasons why I hit Emerald last month and why Joey hit Emerald last month is because we went to a leaders retreat, because we had the both of that fire that was built, it blown into us and was like, okay, next year, I want to be there with my team. I want to have a whole group of us being able to, like, we're all sitting by the pool, drinking pina coladas and hanging out. Like, that's what I want. That's what I want for my family. That's what I want for my friends. So that's about Leaders Retreat and the story behind that. But just, I don't know, it just kept saying, like, when I heard Mackenzie's story and Cassie's story and Lisa's story, like, we're all at different points of our lives, right? It does not matter. You do not have to be perfect at posting. You don't need to be perfect at what you have to say. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person, right? So I didn't even go to convention, but I'm fired the hell up. Like, it's not like I'm ready to go. And I will say this too, like, we're going to help hold, like, we have things in the works right now that is going to help you guys earn Leaders Retreat. We're going to have accountability Zoom calls, the work calls I shared with you guys this afternoon in the one chat. There's going to be a weekly or every bi-weekly check-in and have a Zoom call to get you guys together and moving forward together, because when we do this together, you don't feel alone, right? And it doesn't seem as if you're working hard, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be fun. We're going to do this together. So that's my take in Leaders Retreat and Senior Lord Lion, and I'm excited. So here you go, Caitlin.
So excited.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Jean Schroeder. She's under iPhone.
Yes, ma'am.
Sure, babe.
I am. Okay, so I'm going to start with, I'm probably the oldest one in this whole group. Okay. And I've struggled, especially the last 6 or 8 months. And I almost didn't go to convention this year. I've been to 4 now, including this year. And like Lisa said, we've been travel buddies the whole way. But I was at Caitlin's house. I don't even know what we were there for, Caitlin, but I talked to Mary, and Mary had a spot left in her room, and I said, I'm going. And I'm so glad I did, because I have to say, I agree with you, Caitlin. This was my favorite convention so far, especially the speakers. I loved in the very beginning, I don't even know who said it. They said, write down just, like take a few things and like make them your mantras. And I have like 6 of them. But the John guy, I didn't know either of these speakers. I have to tell you, I never, my husband's an Eagle guy. I follow the Eagles because he does, I don't know the sport. I didn't know what he did. I had no clue. But that man blew me away. And listening to what he went through in his life and I told Caitlin when his therapist took him and his sister to that cliff and after what happened with his parents, I used to do that as a kid. Who knew I was doing something right for myself? Here, a therapist is telling them to do it, and I was doing it as a kid. Um, One thing I came away with was um, I am enough, and I'm not finished. I might be 63, but I can still do this. And everybody has different dreams in this company, and some people it might be, build a house or, whatever. But mine is simple. I'm very fortunate. My husband is, he's very good to me, and we travel a lot. We camp. We go to West Virginia to see my daughter a lot. But I want to earn Leaders Retreat so that I can turn to my husband and say, I'm taking you on a vacation and you're not paying for it. That's my biggest goal. And I'm not giving up. a couple of things that really stuck out to me was Eric War, I think is his name, said, figure out duplication, not just addition and subtraction. I was like mind blown because that's what I've been doing it. I've been subtracting and adding and not duplicating. So that was one that really hit home for me. Now, the second one was learn how to lead myself, then lead others and lead leaders. Something I need to learn how to do it. I don't want to be in survival mode anymore. I don't want to make that my normal. And work, this one was another one. Work when everything works and when it doesn't. Somebody even Caitlin used to say this, and I heard one of the leaders on the panel say, if you have an event and nobody shows up, you scheduled that time, so work anyway. Another one was own your story, own your pace, and own your destiny. And then I had one more, if I can find it. Here it is. Hard doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're becoming. So I've done the hard and I'm becoming. So my family's gonna be put on notice that I'm not done. That's all I got to say. I'm not done.
Love that so much. So much. I can't wait to celebrate that with you. All right. Mary Pino, we're doing okay. We've got 10 minutes, guys. We're real close. Go ahead.
Okay, so I love everybody's takeaways and that everybody took away different things. Did you notice that? Like we're all different people, all different personalities. I always try to make it to in-person events, and I cannot stress how important it is. I have serious FOMO when I don't get to go to something, and I felt so bad for Sharon. But I had a lot of struggles this past year, especially with health. And let me tell you, it was a struggle. The physical demands that walking a lot for me this year, and everybody was trying to stay behind because I couldn't keep up the pace, and just the air quality there made it hard for me to breathe. And my husband was like, so how are you doing? How are you doing? I said, I'm okay. I said, I'm really sore. I'm this and that and everything. And he goes, but was it worth it to go through all that? And I said, absolutely. It was worth it. I would not have traded anything for being there. And you need to do it. You need to register while it's $75. And I'm going to give you a little thing. It's not a huge risk if something comes up. You do have till May 12th, and you can get like 50% of your money back if something happens. Okay. So, but is $75 really a lot of money? It's not. And, earn the rest of the stuff if you can earn the stuff. If not, find a way to invest in yourself because it's so, so worth it to go. And the community, being in the Airbnb, I just loved getting close to all the people there. It was wonderful. And the biggest takeaways that I had was they had so many things they were showing us and training us and everything. And I took notes and I absorbed so much. And somebody said, pick one or two things. Don't try to do everything. Pick one or two things and implement that in your business so that you can start to improve. And once that becomes embedded in the way you're running your business, then add something else. And then you can keep growing and growing. And I love how Plexus has these contests and these incentives every month for us. And it just plays right into what we need because everybody wants to earn the Leaders Retreat. Everybody wants to be in the Icon Club, and even the Icon Club by August is going to help you in Leaders Retreat. So it's wonderful. And I will tell you, I stalk the back office at 12:05 every first of the month to find out what the incentives are, not just because, oh my goodness, I want to know what's going on, but this will be my plan for the month. What do I need to leverage in my business to help me get where I need to be, to help me reach my goals? This is the value of finding out what's going on in the back office and using it to your advantage. And Plexus is debt free, so they help us with all this stuff. It is amazing what they do. I've never found a company that has ever been like this that helps us to achieve our goals, because that's their goal, is to help us. And I don't want to say, I know we've been on here a long time, so I wanted to end with this thing. I took a picture of this slide, and it's been an emotional week for all of us, and I know we were tearing up. And I was so exhausted this week. I almost slept like Saturday and Sunday all afternoon. Like, it was just like, wow. But I took a picture of this, and this is kind of the motto for Plexus and going back to the basics. And I'm going to read it because everybody needs to follow this. And it says, "We are the new wave of network marketers on social media. Our goal, not to go viral or to get all the accolades, not to post perfectly and be this everywhere you're represented, but to be present, network, connect with real people daily. We are getting back to the heart of what we do in our industry, serving people and meeting needs." And isn't that what it's all about? Serving others. I had a call earlier today, and one of my brand ambassadors, and she was just like, how can I not share what Plexus has done for me with others? Is it not selfish? Don't think of it as, oh, I don't want to overstep. Is it not selfish to not share with how this is helping us? They don't have to accept it. They can say no, they can ghost us. But what about that person that really needs this and they don't know it, and you're their only connection to these products? So this is how we need to approach our business and go with boldness to help others, and to find, whether it be a financial need that they have, or they have so many health problems, because I just cannot describe the things that Plexus has done for me in both areas. So that was my biggest takeaway, and just had a blast the whole week, just spending time with everybody and getting to know everybody, and having our little pajama parties, sleeping in the same room with the married couple. It was great. We had a but it was not awkward at all. That's my thing. But I was excited, and I'm just so happy that I was able to experience this with everyone. So
Thank you. Love that so much. Okay, so I actually have to talk now real quick. Okay, so one of the speakers was a long snapper for the Eagles, John Borden Doss, if you don't know him. And I really didn't know what to expect. He was also on America's Got Talent for card tricks. So everybody pretty much thought, like, what is this magician athlete gonna say that's gonna change our life? So it was a lot, actually. But I just wanted a couple things. He said something about if he could shuffle these cards, why can't he shuffle the thoughts in his head? And I was like, yes, like just you don't like that hand, shuffle again. You don't like that thought, shuffle again. So I thought that was very, very applicable. We could use that every single day. Something else, being a sports fanatic, that really stuck out to me was he talked about having your name on the back of your jersey. And if you know anything about football, nobody knows who the long snappers are. Like, they just don't. Okay, they're out there for a couple seconds, and then that's it. Nobody even cares what they did. But he was saying, that there comes a time that something happens, you get plowed over, there's a late call by a ref, and you're face down in the grass in on the field with grass stuck in your helmet, and you got to get up. He said, and you either get up and you start pointing fingers and hollering and yelling about the late call or the missed call or the guy that pummeled you to the ground. He's like, and at that point, the camera is zooming into the field onto your name on your back of your jersey. And at that point, the entire nation knows your name, and how you react next is who you are. And that just stuck out to me because I'm like, how many times do we get put in scenarios in this business where we have to take a beat, take a breath, and we're like, okay, what am I going to be on social media? Who am I going to be on social media? How am I going to handle this customer? How am I going to handle this problem? Even in our lives, right? Like, who I get to choose right now, who am I going to show up as? So that really stuck out to me. And then the other thing was, come to terms with your reality. And that can be so hard, especially if reality at the moment is not great. But his story really, his dad, who was his hero, murdered his mom. And he's like, at that point, I lost my mom and my dad. And he said he had to come to terms with reality, because it's when you come to terms with your reality is when you realize that there is change opportunities around you, and you get to decide right then if it's going to be change for good or change for bad. And we face these mindset hurdles, and the reality, people turning subs off, people people not joining after they say they were, people building a business and leaving. Like, we face these realities, and it's like the sooner you come to terms with your reality, the sooner you get to decide if it's going to be good or bad. Where do I go from here? What is next? And I was really just blown away by a lot of the things that he talked about, because I didn't see it coming, honestly. But he definitely hit really close to home. And I think it's pretty cool that he can get that emotional connection while playing cards and telling stories. So that was something I thought was really cool. Okay, we just hang in there, guys. We're gonna do this. We have a couple more things, but last testimony is from Casey Bowers, please. And then Joey and I are gonna close you out.
Let me say, all the emotions. Reentry was hard. Reentry back to life was hard. And I messaged Joey yesterday, and it was, what, Raquel? Sharon, you said you weren't even there. You're not going to cry. Raquel, you were or no, Rachel, you were worried about crying. Well, I'm trying to keep it all in check. For those of you who don't know me, I'm very new. Started in March using the products, went Fast Start Silver without even knowing what the heck I was doing. Only decided to go, Joey's laughing, only decided to go to convention 2 weeks before it happened. Made the decision, told my husband, I think I want to go to Dallas. And he looked at me like I had 3 heads and purple hair. He's like, what are you talking about? You haven't even talked to me about this. But there were so many God winks to me, for me, at me, while I was there. I can't even explain how many. Some things that really hit me, and I've had some notes that I've been kind of crossing things off as people talked about. Caitlin, you talked about John Dorenbos and forgiveness. Big one, huge. Ed Milet, couple of things. You are the most qualified person to help the person you used to be. God uses your mistakes to qualify you. Realistic people work for unrealistic people. And Chris Deary talked about in one of the earlier sessions that you need to be hungry to grow and lean into what scares you the most, and to give it a year. Eric War said, build the skills and let go of the results. And someone else said, if you're blessed, be a blessing. And one of the last things, leadership. Actually, back it up to Ed. And I said to my husband, I'm paraphrasing, I don't want to get to the end of my life and feel like I have music that's not been played, that my music's unplayed. And some of you know have been in another business for almost 20 years. And he said to me, your music's been playing ever since I met you. Maybe it's time to change the record. And I told him about Cancun. And he doesn't like to fly. He said, can we drive? And I said, no. But I said to him, when I saw that retreat, I want to earn that for us because we never went on a real honeymoon when we got married 9 years ago. So it's time to do it afraid. It's time to do it messy. It's time to earn it for someone you love. And it's time to reach out to one more.
Love it. Yep. So if you weren't at convention, this is what we did all week. No, I wish I was kidding because I hate to do it.
All these damn tears. I was like, I'm not gonna cry tonight. No reason to cry. Here I fucking am. Thanks, Casey.
Sorry, not sorry.
Okay. Love it. All right. Joey's going to tell us about one more event, and then I'm going to go through two things super quick, and I promise I'll let you guys go to bed.
I love that we get to follow that. But this is basically literally how it went. We'd be bawling, and then you'd have somebody crazy like me come on and be like, another takeaway is ain't no party like a Plexus party. I mean, we just like seriously. And then we go back to crying. It was literally the whole time. So on that note, what did I say at the very beginning? In-person events, you need to be there because they literally change everything, right? And you can tell by all this testimony, we've all come back different. But we have a local to me event coming up on July 12th. Corporate will be attending. We don't know who yet, so that's a great surprise. But it's going to be local here from 12 to 4 on July 12th. I do know that a chunk of the people on here are not local, but everyone is welcome. We are super excited. We have the sign up and all the information available. I do know that Caitlin and Danielle and Sharon have all volunteered to drive and carpool if you are coming from a further area to make things a little bit easier for you. They all have like huge cars, which is pretty. My husband, when we were talking about it earlier, he's like, what do they drive? Big cars are his thing, not mine. But yes, so that event is going to be coming up. Basically what we're going to be doing is really what we want to do is just focus more on networking, getting together more in person as a team, building our community as our teams are building bigger and better. So really that's the gist of it. And corporate is obviously a huge perk. I heard there might be some corporate swag. I do know that I've asked one person already to train. And then based off of our RSVP list, what I'm going to do is be asking some of you to speak and tell your story at this event. So I'm really looking forward to see who all can commit and is able to come, but I hope to see as many faces as possible on July 12th.
I love that. There's also on our team pages, there's also threads about this. So if you need more information, go start to the team page for the July 12th event. Okay, so here we go. I got two things. First one, content groups. For 2 months now, I've been, well, I guess a month and a half. Joey and I had started content groups for silvers and golds. So silver, senior silver, gold, senior gold. And what happens is it's really not a super interactive group, maybe when somebody ranks up or something. But what happens is I go in and I drop content in these groups, story slides, posts, message ideas. Basically, it's just an absorbing chat where you're going to get, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So we're going to keep doing this. There's going to be a Ruby Senior Ruby chat also, okay? So there's going to be 3 content chats: Silver Stat, Gold Getters, and Ruby's Rise, because that makes sense. If you want content, you're going to have to be in one of these groups because we've got such a big team now. We can't be spreading the same content all over the place. So if you want posts and you want messages, you have to go in the chat that you are either the rank of silver going senior silver, or you're senior silver, and then gold, and you want to go gold or senior gold. You will move chat to chat as you rank up, okay? So that is the point. So that's not going to be in my Destination Diamonds chat anymore. I'm not putting messages in there. I'm going to be dropping everything in the content chats. So if you need to go into a specific chat, silvers, golds, rubies, just let me know. Let your sponsor know. They will get you into that content chat. It's copy paste. It's here's the graphics. Here's the things. All right. We're going to talk super, super quick about something super, super important. So we just came off of a massive month in May, okay? Super huge, crazy energy. We've got the stuff to prove it now. And it's June. We go to convention. Everyone's celebrating. So naturally, what we're going to do is we are going to go into a 90-day hustle as a team. This is exactly what I did when I decided that we were going to go Sapphire. I started early in my head. Then I started contacting all of my leaders saying, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I want you to come with me. Are you in or you're out? So I went to convention as a Sapphire. 5 different times, I heard someone say something about 90 days. One of these times, I may have been kindly berated. It was totally fine. 90 days. You can hold momentum in a team for 90 days. So what am I going to do with it? And I was like, by the end of the 5 exposures, I realized that this is my God wink, that we have 90 days for as many people on this team to rank up as possible, which means we will have new jewels. We will have a new diamond. We will have a lot of senior golds taking flight. Okay? This is what I want you guys to focus on. We're going to work our butts off starting July 1st. We have leaders retreat starting for Cancun. Okay? There will be retention credits given for July and August. That means the work you do in July and August, you will get credits for Cancun in September. When you earn the Icon Club by the end of August, you will get 800 credits to Cancun in September. You could very easily sweep the contest to Cancun in 1 month. Not everybody is doing this. Not everybody has 90 days on the table to go diamond. This is the perfect storm for our team to all rank up together. That being said, you will not be the same rank in September that you are right now if you want to do this. Your paycheck will grow if you want to do this. Plexus has aligned this perfectly, and we have to move now. So, what it looks like with this, and I love it for you guys. A lot of times we show up on the first of the month with a goal. It takes us 5 days to figure out who we're messaging, what the plan is, how many points we need, and how we're actually going to do this, okay? Now we're down to 25 days. Halfway through the month, panic sets in because we're not halfway there. We're down to 15 or less. Day 30 arrives, you miss your goal. Really, Danielle? You miss your goal. I can't with these guys. Don't ever room with them. You miss your goal on day 30, and then you're disappointed. You're let down. You feel defeated. When really you had 18 to 15 days to hit your goal. When we're looking at a 90-day run, you're revving your engines that whole first month. You're having conversations, you're posting consistent. I'm going to turn this chat off in a minute. You're just posting for the whole first 30 days, right? You're signing people up. Your team is growing, but you're not under the gun for 30-day goal. The goal is 90 days. We are growing, okay? So if you are not silver, silver is not your goal, okay? If you are 4 orders from gold, Sandy Ann, you are not allowed to go for gold. You're going to go for senior gold, okay? We can help you figure out where you should be. But what I need from you is your buy-in that for the next 90 days, this is a priority for you. That you want a bigger paycheck come August and September. That you want to say, yeah, I earned that cruise in 1 or 2 months. Guys, I don't know if you're new here and you don't remember. Typically, the top prize of Leaders Retreat is a $2,000 shopping spree to either Bloomingdale's or Nordstrom. Okay? So we're not just going to earn Leaders Retreat and get our booty boos on the cruise, okay? We're going to sweep the whole thing. We're going to take a really nice picture in front of Bloomingdale's with our little brown bags. Can I get an amen? Okay? So we have 90 days. We're going to finish June strong. Sign your people up. Keep hustling. Keep working. Be excited. We've got the 30-day trial challenge going on for the skin health line. Push it. Let people know. Repeat yourself. And then July 1st, we are setting a 90-day timer. Okay? I'm going to get some like bomb Joel speakers. We are going to have some events. We are going to be on the phone. But this is what I want to tell you. You're going to get to live your life in those 90 days. Okay? You're not shutting down. You're not going to just go into robot mode. You're going to live your life. We are going to have fun. And we are going to cheer each and every one of us. There's 27 of us left on this call right now. We so simply could have 27 rank ups in 1 month. And we're going to do this for 3 months. You're not going to get tired because it's going to come from an authentic place. You get tired when you feel like you have to rah-rah. We're not doing that, okay? We're going to do this authentically. You're going to be excited. You're going to be helping people, okay? Because just like Ed Milet and Rachel was saying, like, there's going to be a line of people that need to thank you one day, okay? But there's only going to be a line of people to thank you if you get into action and help the people and impact the people that you're meant to, okay? I love you all so much. Thank you for hanging in here. We were only 15 minutes late. Let's have a wonderful end of June, and then we're gonna show Plexus what we've got in 90 days. All right, you guys. Love you.